center role. He's definitely taken charge, and up to this point, he's been doing great. You know, he's been strong with his calls and really confident. And same thing with Bowen. Now we got Nick stepping up and Josh Allaby. So, I mean, I feel I'm pretty excited for the season to come.
Wyatt, you're one of the two guys, along with Thayer, that sort of penciled in, I think, to start this year. Have you been told, yes, that's your job to lose? And if you have, how are you handling the new role of being a leader from a guy that wasn't a starter last year until the final game of the year to now being a leader for the offensive line?
Well, no, I mean, I haven't really been focused on your first question with the start. I mean, I've just been really focused on more so just going out here with the guys every day and, you know, just controlling what I can control. And it is weird, you know, it's especially with the type of leaders that I have before me, like with Billy Price and guys like Isaiah Prince and Jamarco Jones. And then now it's like my time, and it's just crazy how fast it all came, because I can still remember when I first came in as a freshman, looking up to those guys, and you know, now it's my turn to help lead the young guys. So
Josh said that as a former five-star recruit, you know, top-ranked player in the country, that he was just sick of watching, and that's kind of what made the light come on for him last year. Was there a moment like that for you?
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. Most definitely. I would probably say that light flipped on midway through the season last year. You know, just because, like me and Josh, and I'm sure everyone else that came here, I mean, we just didn't come here to, you know, sit on the bench. We wanted to contribute and go out there and play with, you know, the brothers out on the field.
Was there a moment that you can pinpoint and say that's when it switched?
It's kind of hard to remember now, but I think it was just ultimately I just kept having good weeks, like a string of good practices. I want to say it was probably after TCU is when I first started having those good week of practices, and I just kept on going. And then midway through the season, I want to say it was before. I can't remember the game, but I just know that I really turned up my level of play, and you know, just tried to do what I could, like, again, just control what I can control.
What's the biggest benefit for you having started down the stretch last year?
I would probably say the biggest benefit is just having the overall game experience, the speed of the game. I mean, it's a lot different than practice. Although our practices are very intense, I mean, going in the game, just what comes with it, you know, prior to the game. And for me, it was a pretty big jump for, you know, coming and starting with the Big Ten championship game in the Rose Bowl. And but overall, I just felt like, you know, I felt really confident even going in, and the way they kind of train us and prepare us, even in practice, they get everyone ready for situations like that. When your number is called, you know, you got to come in and perform. So I'd probably say the biggest benefit is knowing what to expect and the level of play that is needed in order to win games.
How's this group coming together?
Oh, I believe we're coming together pretty good. I mean, you know, we still got some guys coming in and stuff like that, but as of right now, I feel like everyone's been has been developing very well up to this point in spring, and you know, we've just been getting better each day. And you know, you're gonna have your minor setbacks here and there, but overall, I feel like we've been having a pretty good spring for the most part.
Yeah, ready to give them a solid 5 or 10 guys out there that can do it.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, even now we have some guys, because you know, this whole flu thing's been kind of going around. We had some guys that were in and out, and Nick Petit, you know, he came up and he's been doing really good, and he's really developing into a great player. So I would probably say up to this point, it's been pretty good.
Did Josh Myers sort of taken that center role? I mean, have you seen him?
Yeah, no, I've seen everything switched, even like his mentality, just the way he carries himself on the field. He has like this swagger about him. He's like really confident. He knows exactly what's going on. He knows what to do in certain situations, and he just plays with overall confidence.
Yeah, the light went off. Huh?
Yep.
How different is that from when you guys came in here together?
Oh, I mean, it's different for the both of us, because you know, when we both came in, we were making like the similar mistakes and stuff like that, and you know, it's just we both would have those conversations like, man, this sucks not being able to play and stuff like our freshman year, and then we just made an agreement that, you know, we're going to stop sitting and we're going to make a contribution to play. So I saw him, especially this winter, like he worked harder than I've ever seen anyone work before. And, you know, and you can tell from like that transferred onto the field now. And he's definitely turned himself into a leader, and You know, we all follow him just like how it should be with the center role.
He came in as a guard like you and made the transition from guard to center. And that's not easy. You got to do a lot of calls. You got to learn to snap. Why do you think he was able to make that switch?
Well, Josh overall, I mean, he's a very smart man, and it was kind of crazy how easy it was. It seemed like the transition, and you know, he was always confident throughout the process. I mean, he never backed away from it, and he would always ask questions and work on trying to get better, and he would always be the guy doing extra work. So I think that's probably why it was so easy for him to transition.
But kind of outside of that, how valuable is that versatility for him?
Oh, it's super valuable because he had experience both playing guard and center. And then playing center alone, you have to know the overall offense, you know, where balls, like where the running back's going, and even just defensive overall. And like his football IQ just went up. Like it was crazy. Like he can see the blitzes now coming before they even happen. And
yeah,
it makes the game a lot easier, and it's a lot, you know, everything moves a lot slower, and you're not playing out there guessing, like you know what to expect.
Yeah, for the room as a whole, is that something that is preached in terms of whether it's, you know, for a guard to tackle or a guard to just versatility in general?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Coach Stud, you know, when we're watching film, he goes through, like, you could be a guard answering questions on what the tackle does. Just because, you know, like it's like a valuable thing to know, and it makes the game easier if you know what the guy next to you is doing and the guys on the other side what they're doing. It just makes the game a lot slower.
As you look back, coming in as a highly touted, big-time recruit, what is it that didn't get done that first year that, you know, if you had to do over again, you might be better at? If you follow my drift there, Wyatt.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I'd probably say like maturity. You know, like you said, coming in like that. I mean, I was never the cocky type, but just coming in, and you know, it's a lot different when you're going against guys that are equally as strong as you and even stronger, and just the overall speed of the game and kind of just like all aspects like that. Like, it was a shock to my system from the time I got here with the workouts, and then once it came to playing ball and just the importance of, you know, being in really good shape and stuff like that. Because, you know, when I came in, I thought I was in good shape. But, you know, it's a lot different playing a game at this level, obviously, than high school. So it was just kind of all aspects, you know, getting stronger, getting in better condition, and just have, like, you know, getting smarter on the football field.
Like sumo wrestling at a higher level to a certain
yeah,
degree, right?
exactly.
But technique-wise, were you always pretty sound? I mean, or did technique was technique also a little bit ragged because you maybe dominated easier?
It was just different just because I played left tackle. Like, I played the tackle position in high school, and my last couple of years I was playing left. And it just took me a second to get, you know, because tackle's a lot different game. It's more patient. And guard and center, it's like everything happens so quick. So, yeah, when I first got in here and then playing right guard again, it just, you know, I had to get rid of that awkward feeling playing in right-handed stance, and, you know, kind of just, because in high school, I played guard like the last couple games of my senior season, but, you know, obviously it's a lot different at this level with the type of line.
What do you miss most about Southern California, and what do you miss least, or what do you like most about Central Ohio?
Well, can you repeat the
what do you miss most about Southern California, and what do you miss least about it, and then what do you like most about Central Ohio?
What I miss most about California is obviously my family and stuff like that, and seeing all my family friends. And something that I don't miss is the LA traffic. And you were asking also about Ohio.
Yeah, what do you like about Ohio and not?
Oh, I mean, you know, I really love the tradition here, and like it's a different type of feeling walking around, being a part, like being a Buckeye, and you know, it's a crazy experience. But the thing that I probably would say I don't like is the snow. I'm still trying to get accustomed to it. It's a little different, but I'm sure I'll get used to it at some point.
Remember, your idea of snow was looking at Mount Baldy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
With all the guys who left from last year, do you feel like you're already in a position to be a leader for this offensive line, even though you've only started a couple games?
You know, I haven't really just looked at it that perspective. I mean, I'm more so, I try to, like, lead by example, and, you know, accountability and stuff like that. And you know, like with the coaches, they've really been pushing for that. Not just me, like with me, Josh Myers, and because, you know, the room this year, we're all young, not that much game experience except for Bowen. And then even with him, he was hurt, unfortunately, and he missed the rest of that season. And we're just, we're still working on having that one true leader. I mean, it's going to take time, but I feel like we all just help each other just because there isn't just that one guy that has, crazy game experience. So.
Can you feel the expectations? I mean, you're a 4 or 5, 5-star guy. I mean, Nicholas, you know what he was, and Josh and stuff. How realistic is it as you look back? But how are the expectations kind of heaped on top of that?
Well, I mean, it is a crazy expectation, especially being like a 4 and 5-star guy. Certain programs, they expect you to come in and be kind of, already an immediate factor. And at Ohio State,
plus, even people looking from outside expect you.
Yeah, expect you to come in and play. And you're just asking how overall that affects you. Well, for me, when I first got up here and, being like highly touted, like you were saying, and not playing, I probably would say that was probably the most humbling moment of my life, just because, you have people texting you saying, like, what's going on, and all that stuff starts to factor in. But, I would definitely say, nothing's impossible. It's definitely realistic. It's just, everyone has their own different route. I mean, Mike Jordan, he was able to do it and stuff like that. So.
Hey, Wyatt, Nicholas was saying that he had to eat 8,000 calories a day.
Yeah.
Do you have a goal in terms of calories? Is it anywhere
no,
close to
8,000? Yeah, no, mine is nowhere near that. As long as I just eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, I'm fine. But, yeah, there used to be a time when he first got here that he couldn't go into meetings unless he had, like, a muffin or a bagel or something. Just because, he would lose so much weight from the practices and stuff. But yeah, like his plates in the morning when he gets here, I think he has to actually get here earlier so he has time to finish the plate and then get to meetings.
So as a rule, anybody who doesn't finish their food, just pass it along to him?
Yeah, exactly. Basically, pretty much.
Wyatt, thank you very much.